may remember Shad Gaspard's heroic actions, as this story was very recent, December 2016 in fact. But for those of you who didn't know, Shad Gaspard stopped an armed robbery at a Florida convenience store. Who knows what the armed robber would have done to get his money? You could say Shad stopped a potential murder that could have happened. The armed man pulled out a gun on Shad after forcefully asking him to buy him a beer. He then went on to say to Shad that he was going to rob this place, so he better leave. However, Shad was having none of it, so he charged at the man and slammed his head into the exit door, pulling him outside into the street and placed the robber in a rear-naked chokehold. At this point, JTG noticed what was happening and phoned the police, alerting to them of the scene of the crime. Although it turned out that the gun was an airsoft gun, it was still a heroic move on Shad's part, as he risked his life to prevent an armed robbery. Pretty ironic considering he was one half of the crime time gimmick. Diamond Dallas Page's story made international news when he saved the life of disabled army veteran Arthur Borman through DDP yoga. Arthur was told by doctors that he would never be able to walk unassisted again after a botched surgery he underwent after he was injured during the Gulf War. For 15 years, Borman believed them. He was very depressed, waiting to die, and as a result, his weight ballooned to 297 pounds. But once he found DDP yoga, he managed to shed 140 pounds in just 10 months, and most impressively, he regained his ability to walk. It is truly an amazing story, and I would definitely recommend you all watch the transformation video on DDP's YouTube channel. Chuck Palumbo became a real-life superhero after he saved the life of a woman who was trapped inside a car that flipped over. The former WWE wrestler was driving down a rural road near his home in El Cajon, California, when he noticed a car that appeared to be flipped over on its side. He proceeded to get out of his car and check the flipped car, when he noticed a woman pinned between the steering wheel with her arm trapped under the car. The woman was also drifting in and out of consciousness. Amazingly, Palumbo managed to lift the car up for the woman to free her arm. He then climbed on top of the passenger side of the vehicle and unbuckled her seatbelt and lifted her out of the car. See? Not all heroes wear capes. The masterpiece, Chris Masters, also became a hero when he saved his mother from a crazed neighbour who set fire to his mother's house. Masters called the police after negotiating with the crazed neighbour, but it was at that moment that the neighbour started setting the house on fire. The only way to get into the house was through a window that was blocked by a ficus tree. You see where this is going. Masters proceeded to lock the tree in a master lock and ripped the tree from its root and threw it across. Okay, maybe it wasn't exactly like that, but Masters did indeed pull the tree from the ground and tossed it through the window. He entered the burning home, located his mother, and led her to safety. The neighbour was later pulled from the house and charged with arson. It is unclear what set the neighbour off. Big Bam Bigelow was one tough guy. The tattoos on his head actually says it all, really. Bigelow risked his life in 2000 to save 3 children from a burning house near his home. In an interview, Bigelow recalled the kids playing with big firecrackers which ended up catching fire in the house. He did what he said anyone else would have done and heroically charged through the flames to rescue the 3 children. However, his efforts left him with second-degree burns over 40% of his body, and he had to spend 2 months recovering in hospital. It's a real shame that he could save the lives of others, but not himself, as he died in 2007 of a drug overdose at age 45. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, then please be sure to hit that like button and maybe even share the video too. Also, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, as well as what you'd like to see next. And why not subscribe to the channel if you haven't already? Lastly, to those of you who are in the notification squad, we salute you.